Well, it is now clear to me that Donald Trump is America's Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler undermined democracy successfully in Germany by lying about the First World War. Like Donald Trump, whose ancestors are incidentally from Hitler's Germany, lying about the 2020 presidential election in the United States, of all places, the self-acclaimed champion of democracy in the world. Is this blasphemy? And will Trump ever be held accountable for this? The immediate effect of Trump's big lie is the irreparable damage already done to America's goodwill and reputation before the happiest countries of the world. They have noted the two words shame and abomination that have been carefully removed from the English dictionary of the United States of America, and the act of lying, which is now our new normal in politics. Hitler rose to power in Germany, the ancestral home of Donald Trump, because he told a big lie there about the First World War. Millions believed Hitler's lie because they, the Germans, had harbored more dangerous beliefs, which readily accommodated the big lie from Adolf Hitler. Donald Trump, copying from his countryman Hitler, had claimed that Joe Biden stole the 2020 election from him. This lie is being embraced by many of us to advance a racist, tribal, and anti-democratic secret agenda that only a few Republicans want to pronounce upon publicly. All those who believe Trump today would have been Hitler's disciples in the last century, no doubt. The Republican senators in Congress and the judges of the Supreme Court, renowned to be divided along party lines. Justice Clarence Thomas made his opinion clear in a dissent about a case regarding the use of mail-in ballots in the swing state of Pennsylvania. Thomas wrote that an election, I quote, free from strong evidence of systematic fraud is not alone sufficient for election confidence, but that people on the losing side of an election need the assurance that fraud will not go undetected. Who will give the losers the assurance? The election officials or the voters? The victorious or the courts? We should ignore that play on words towards the same end of confusion that goes on to no issue. Unlike Hitler's supporters, let us call these maneuvers what they are. Trump's Republican Party wants to exploit Trump's big lie to change this democratic Republican rule in this country into a dictatorship in the United States by hesitating to openly say that the lie is a big lie in order to achieve their hidden tribal agenda, thereby privately eating the cake and openly trying to have it, which is impossible. When Adolf Hitler wanted power by all means and at all costs in Germany in the 1920s, Hitler floated his big lie that the Germans lost the World War I because the Jews and socialists betrayed Germany in a desperate effort to build a personality cult, as Trump has done, around himself with his unwary base. Hitler was a soldier when the Democratic Revolution of November 9, 1918 occurred, and 2 days later, on November 11, 1918, Germany lost in the Ground War, giving Hitler a very rare opportunity he needed to exaggerate his role in the Great War of 1914 to 1918. Trump, like Hitler, was a neophyte politician beginning to pursue a career in politics. He had told the gullible masses in Germany, like Trump had inflamed his base in the Republican Party in America, that he wanted to restore Germany's stolen military valor, which happened because of Jewish and socialist betrayal. This was the big lie that shot Adolf Hitler to prominence. His rise to power and the greatest genocide in world history. Adolf Hitler's overall minority never won any elections in Germany. He was able to continue his political manipulations that enabled him to seize power in 1933, when he began a systematic dismantling of all democratic institutions and norms in all of Germany. Little by little, Hitler took over Germany, and many then, like now in America, did not notice anything evil or any anti-nationalistic tendencies. Students of history are still looking for justifiable reasons that encouraged Hitler and his base or supporters that can be used to back up their claim, and we have not, and we never find any. What we have so far found is that national traitors with a louder voice call others traitors. The unreasoning base, after several months or years of misinformation, are indoctrinated to swallow with a fanatical zeal the big lie. Like the modern day Adolf Hitler, Trump and his Republican base have no documentary evidence to prove their big lie. They have no verifiable first-hand accounts of any kind that the 2020 presidential election was marred by fraud and eventually stolen by Joe Biden from him. Yet, those who are supposed to know pretend to be ignorant, to the detriment of the Union that is only 245 years old. What is our concern, one may ask? To me, as a student of history and a senior citizen of this great nation, hiding important historical similarities like Hitler and Trump from the public in a democracy is not just wrong, it is dangerous and can lead people to know what harm might result from believing in lies if no one is honest about it. Hiding the true diagnosis for a societal malaise that could cause ethnic cleansing can only increase the probability of its occurrence. Big lies never end without grave and terrible consequences. Hitler's big lie produced the Holocaust. Trump's big lie had produced a ruthless attack on the US Capitol on January 6, 2021. This may produce, in due course, something like ethnic cleansing or genocide in the United States of America if there is no check on the current tribal hatred. Tribalism and the corrosive hatreds that go with it is taking roots in American politics. This has to be uprooted very quickly. And now that an entire political party in America is shouting unfounded big lie about an election fraud and punishing those in the party who insist on the truth, this is very dangerous. The horse for the journey will be the unamendable Second Amendment, which puts firearms in the hands of all human beings in America as members of a huge militia ready to defend the most important freedom citizens have in order to be able to defend their other rights. Is that a foul talk? Finally, let me sound loud and clear, without fear or favor, ill will or affection, that big lies in politics that touch on tribalism have grave and terrible consequences. Maybe it is the turn of the United States of America, sooner than later, or later than sooner, to have a taste of the bitter pill before moving on or ending this experiment to the everlasting joy of Moscow. We shall continue sounding these warnings in case there are people who may want to listen. Thank you.